Back to this photo, and I'll show now in a second. It's this photo. This is from 2017 to 2019 to 2020. As you can see from the first photo, I look very dead, and that's just being honest with you. And at to be honest, in 2017 and 2016 and back then, I just felt like life was meaningless to me. That life mean nothing. I suppose, and again, it's a tell how far I've come, and I'm sitting here now. And I'm still here. I'm still here. Even though some people might be upset that I'm still here, but I'm still here. I'm causing half a hassle for them, but I'm still here, and it's just so far I've come. Like back then, I was very afraid to show my face and everything like that because of my acne. I was afraid of people making fun of me because of my acne. It's not that bad now. Again, it's a tell how far the wind has changed. And I have to say, I'm very proud of myself. And again, I was in very bad waters. I might be honest, it was very bad waters. And really, you can see here the progress. And I wish I took a picture in 2018. There probably is one somewhere. That's the only year that's missing out of the whole album. But it's tell with the change, like serious change that went into my life and the serious effort that was put in to make huge changes. And it was basically putting your shoulder against the wheel and moving the ship forward. Again, it just shows it. Like you can see myself in the first picture, you can just see that just by my expression, you just see that life is just drained out of me. That that I didn't that I felt like life was meaningless and everything was hopeless and everything like that. But it's a tell how the wind has changed, as I say. And then you can see in 2020 that not a bother on me, not a bother. I'm just still I'm stonewalled to be honest. And I really have changed a lot. Looking back on it, I was a lot more fearful and a lot more frightened of things. Now I'm just kind of balls to the wall. Let's bloody destroy everything. And I piss all the politicians off. In other words, I've got a lot more confidence in myself. I've really built myself up, like from the bottom up. Because after my I suppose my mental health breakdown and everything, I was literally a shell, and I would literally use that. I was literally a shell of a man, and so I literally had to bring myself back up from the bottom up. And I know some people, thought that I couldn't do it, and I knew myself. I kind of felt like I couldn't do it, but again, this is the story of it that you can do. You can do it if you put your mind to it and you put your heart and you put your soul to it. You can achieve it. You can achieve it. And that's where. And if I can help one person out with that message, like things might seem hopeless, but things will get better. Gradually, things will get better. Things will come along that make your life better. And again, it just goes to show you, things can happen. And again, looking back on myself, and it's kind of good to look back and to see myself here. I can like looking into my eyes from 2017, you can just see that things just look hopeless, and you can see the hopeless in your eyes, and you can see the hopeless in my eyes. And then in 20, you can really, really see the change, and you can see that my skin is a lot more brighter than it used to be. And you can see all that. You can see the life. You can see that I'm alive. Back then, I looked like half dead. But again, it shows the commitment I had to myself to rebuild and to push forward. And again, my political enemies might be like, oh fuck, and oh fuck indeed, because I'm coming for yous. I am coming for yous, and that's just a reference there. But I'm coming for yous in Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. Your seats are not safe in Cavan, I'm afraid. I'm coming. I'm going to be. I'll be at your doorstep very soon. In other words, be ready. Because I have a lot of ideas, and that's all I'm going to say at the moment. But it's good to look back, and it's good to see where you come from, and it's good to see where you came from, and how much of a change you had in life, and reflecting. Again, life is about reflecting and looking back on the good and the bad, and learning from your mistakes, and learning how you can improve for tomorrow, how you can improve for next week, how can you help others, how can you do more, what can I do more. These are all the questions we look back on, and we learned, and I think I've learned very, very well. Again, I never taught in 2017. Again, I did very little face showing and everything like that. But I done very, very well. And again, I'm sitting here. And again, I remember, and I talk about this again, this is going into huge detail, but again, I like talking about it because it just shows, and again, it is kind of an important aspect of my life, how again, as a public speaker, as many people do say, how can you speak? And you have, again, I do admit that many people do laugh at me. for speaking and things like that. But again, I often say to them, what would they do in my position? Would they come up and speak? And would they say about things that's affecting people and affecting them and affected them in the past? It takes a brave soldier to come out and speak. It takes a brave warrior. And not many people, not many men have the guts or the strength in their heart and in their soul to come out and speak. It's the same with everything. To speak, again, to act is easier than to speak, I find nowadays. To act on something is easier than to speak. And that's the society we live in now. But it just goes to show you that things can improve, things can achieve. You can achieve whatever you need to achieve. And that's something, and again, this is something that we'll go through the echoes of the every politician in Cavan, that I'm back in, I'm not afraid to move forward and to push forward. Again, I have more courage and have more determination than I ever did to push forward. And I'm sitting here now. And I'm talking about it, even though, God knows what can happen before then and before now. But it can be done. It can be done. I can have 100% faith in myself. I can do it. But again, I just want to talk about actually something. I actually had to think of it now what I was trying to say. Again, I wouldn't know what though. But this is what I find too, that it's so antithetic, doing, not editing and everything like that. I find it antithetic. And it kind of relates to people, that the human mind, you have to take in the spot. And that's what the politician has to do. You have to take in the spot, you can't have wit and stuff. I'm sitting here and I'm taking in my head of what to say. And again, that shows a good politician, so you can think on your feet. And that's what you need. But again, this. Look, I'm just. I'm very proud. I have to say, I'm very proud of myself, and I hate to be praising myself or anything like that. But I've done very well, and I admit that to people. I've done very well, and I'm sure people would agree. Looking back, you really do see the progression, and many people have said you can see the progression of me. We're gaining my strength, we're gaining my courage, we're gaining my nerve, in other words. And we can see that, and it's something that it's good to see in YouTube, and it has helped me a lot. YouTube too, as I said many times. But it's good to look back, and again, leaving school now and everything, it's good to look back, and again, I got through it, and again, I might have had my ups and downs, but that's life. You have your ups and downs. You get over the other side. You become a better person out of it. And again, it is really, really good to see, because it just shows you there's hope, there's light, and nothing is ever impossible. Thank you.